Hello and welcome back, and this is an update to a story I published a few days ago here on the channel, and this is for my Johnny Depp supporters. So as we know, a few days ago we got an unofficial look of Johnny Depp in the role as King Louis XV, and there was some feedback about that in the community of fans who said perhaps we would wait for the official release because it's an indie film and they do rely a lot on the momentum of first looks and any kind of promo that they can have for the movie. So I did blur the images once again on my video. I went back, re-edited them, but today I am happy to announce that we have an official first look image here. So you're looking at it on the screen, unblurred. We can talk all about this. So France's Why Not Productions today has unveiled a playful first teaser image above, as you can see, of Johnny Depp in the role of King Louis XV in French director Mai Wen's historical love story Jeanne du Barry, in which she also co-stars as the titular courtesan. Rust and Bone and a Prophet's production company, Why Not, has also confirmed that the shoot began on July the 26th for 11 weeks, with locations including Versailles and other chateaux in the Paris region as well as the studio. The production marks Depp's first feature film role in 3 years and follows hot on the heels of his victory in the defamation trial against his ex-wife. The ambitious drama is freely inspired by the life of Jeanne du Barry, Louis XV's last royal mistress at the court of Versailles after Madame de Pompadour. Born into poverty, she is a young working-class woman hungry for culture and pleasure who uses her intelligence to allure and climb the rungs of the social ladder one by one. She becomes Louis XV's favorite companion, unaware of her status as a courtesan. He regains his appetite for life thanks to their relationship, and they fall in love. Against all propriety and etiquette, Jeanne moves to Versailles, where her arrival scandalizes the court. Further cast members include Benjamin Laverne, Pierre Richard Nomi Livovsky, Pascal Gregory, and India Hare. Pascal Cochateur and Grégoire Solat. Why Not is lead producing within two, and France's televisions also on board as producers. The French language period drama was an intriguing package at Cannes this May for French sales powerhouse Wild Bunch International. Le Pacte is handling French distribution. So Jeanne du Barry is Mai Wen's sixth feature film and most ambitious production to date after Cannes' 2011 jury prize winner Police My King, for which Emmanuelle Bercot won Best Actress in Cannes in 2015, semi-autobiographical work DNA, which was feted with Cannes' special 2020 label. As well as directing and starring, Mai Wen also co-wrote the screenplay with Teddy Lucy Modeste. So, of course, this is a whole new update. As we all knew before, it had been advertised as La Favorite in many of the official trades, as well as like Variety and on and on. So I think now this is an update that it's with the new name, Jeanne du Barry. And once again, it is exciting to see that this movie has Johnny Depp starring in it. And Depp was last featured in a film in 2020. I think some of you know about Minamata. And this will be his first time acting in French, and it's amazing. So for those of you who are not aware, Louis XV was commonly referred to as Louis le Bien Aimé or Louis the Well-Beloved during his 59-year reign from 1715 to 1774, though the latter part of his rule did help cause the discourse that will lead to the French Revolution that took place during the reign of Louis XVI, his successor a couple of decades later. Louis XV built a reputation of being corrupt and one for debauchery, which will most likely become an aspect of this movie. So I have in my previous video covered more on Louis XV. You'll see the links to that if you want to know more about him. And I'm happy to say that I can go back and re-edit the video and remove, the blurring, because now we have an official image of Johnny Depp. And what an exciting role for him to take on. I've been, reading up on Louis XV. So this is a quick summary. King Louis XV was the King of France, who contributed to the decline of royal authority. During his reign, France fought a number of expensive and disastrous wars. Louis also led a scandalous personal life. For these reasons, many French people hated him, and his reign did much to bring on the French Revolution. Louis could see a disaster coming, but only made feeble attempts to prevent it. He is often remembered for his remark, quote, "After me, the deluge." Louis was born in Versailles, France in 1710. He succeeded his great-grandfather at the age of 5. His reign began peaceably. He was also known as Le Bien-Aimé. He was the son of the Duke of Burgundy and Marie Adelaide of Savoy, and as I said before, the great-grandson of Louis XIV. As a youngster, his education was overseen by his governor, the Maréchal de Villeroy, and his preceptor, Cardinal de Fleury, nurtured his interest in the natural sciences, botany, medicine, astronomy, geography, and history. So it's interesting when you look at the official websites that do describe the history of France, they did put his life in 2 categories. One titled A Keen Interest in Science, and a second, Mistresses. So that tells you quite a lot, doesn't it? It says that he collected clocks and precision instruments, and the king's geographers worked with astronomers to map the country in detail. The monarch also backed maritime exploration and encouraged scientific expeditions to bring back plant specimens from distant climes. In the King's Garden in Paris and in the Trianon Botanical Gardens, the king used the system of plant classification developed by the Swedish botanist Linné. Louis XIV also took an interest in the first experiments with electricity. So it's quite interesting, if I will add this in here, that he did back maritime exploration. I think Johnny Depp can get away from films that are based around oceans and seas. So as a by the way. And of course, it goes on to talk about his mistresses. So in another biography, they point out that he was influenced too much by his mistresses. So, yeah. So it's quite interesting that Louis, who was also known as Le Bien-Aimé, or the Well-Beloved, he ruled for almost 59 years, from 715 to 744, and that was the second longest reign in the history of France, exceeded only by his predecessor Louis XIV, who ruled for 72 years. And historians generally criticize his reign, citing how reports of his corruption embarrassed the monarchy, while his wars drained the treasury and produced little gain. His grandson and successor Louis XVI would inherit a kingdom in need of financial and political reform, which would ultimately lead to the French Revolution of 1789. So what a rich character for Johnny Depp to play. That's a quick summary for you. So guys, let me know what you think about Johnny in his costume. I like the playful tease. I think seeing the band across his eyes, it speaks to, Louis XV's character. And as I said before, he had a huge reputation of being corrupt and how he mismanaged his position. And as I covered in my previous video, he had this famous line where he said this, "After me, the deluge." So he knew he had run the French kingdom down, and he knew that the revolution was on the horizon, but he didn't do much to steer the course away from that. So if you want to know more, it's quite a rich character. As I said, there will be links. So I love the symbolism of that black band across his eyes. I think it speaks to the blindness that he had, that he did not take the correct course of action to steer the kingdom away from disaster, and it speaks to his short-sightedness in his actions, and I think that's going to be covered really well in this movie. This film, I'm guessing now, will focus more on Jeanne, also known as Madame du Barry, the prominent figure in the king's court who rose from being the illegitimate child of an impoverished seamstress to one of Louis XV's last official mistresses. So this will be a rags to riches story, and we're really interested to know how this film will handle the life of this historical figure and this relationship with the monarch. The tone of the movie is still a mystery. Who knows, perhaps it might have some comedic elements to it, or perhaps it might pursue a more serious and darker tone, who knows. But it's also quite notable that Mai Wen is putting her skill set to use, as not only will she be directing this historical drama, but she's also now going to play Madame du Barry. So I'm so excited that Johnny and Mai Wen will lead this picture, and of course it's great to see that they've said that they will be on location at various Parisian landmarks, and with most of the work going down at Versailles. And that is so good to see that massive estate was home to Louis XV in his reign and other monarchs before him. So it's going back in time to that 17th century, and they will be inhabiting that space. So I know that Johnny Depp is one for, being tactile as an actor. He loves environment. So I cannot wait to see what he's going to bring to this. So guys, let me know what you think about this first look. I think the playfulness is speaking more to the tone of this movie. I think this might have a comedic touch to it. That's my opinion. But I love the fact that they've stayed true to, the time period in such a faithful manner. I love the opulence that this imagery represents. Seeing the gold and the blue sash across his chest, the gold costuming, and the hair very time appropriate, and the makeup as well, very great. So I know Johnny Depp is soaking all this in. I cannot wait to see what they do with this. So it's the historical love story titled now Jeanne du Barry, not La Favorite. So that's an update. So if you listen to my previous video and you see me calling it La Favorite, this is the latest update. So this is newly released. So just bear in mind that this is the updated version that has been released with this image. So yeah, everyone up to today has been calling it La Favorite. So bear that in mind as you watch the previous videos. So I'm so excited. So once again, share your thoughts below. I would like to know your thoughts. Before we log off, a special thank you to those who support this channel, to my Patreon, PayPal, and membership supporters. I would like to say a heartfelt thank you. And I want to give a shout out to supporters to this channel. A special thank you right now to you, Gail Tapscott, as well as James Calvin Daniels, and thank you to you, Kristen Rowe. I appreciate you for your support for my channel, and I want to say thank you so much for believing in me and for supporting me here and for boosting me in my work. It means so much to me. Thank you. Once again, thank you to those who like, comment, and share. Leave your thoughts once again on this new look below. I love you all, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.